And we are back live at Key Arena in the beautiful Emerald City of Seattle, Washington on Raptors NBA TV. Our producer is Paul Graham. Our director is Troy the Hammer Clara, along with Matt Bloom and Jumpin' Johnny Russin. And of course, the coach, Jack Armstrong. This is Chuck Swirsky. And the Sonics averaging only 15,600 per game. But Jack, tonight, Sonics and Raps are MGD starting lineups.
You're right, the Raptors going with the same lineup. Barbahosa, Nesterovich, Graham, Wilcox, Fortson getting back off the injured list, and Ray Allen as well off the injured list. And then our Miller Genuine Draft starting lineups in the backcourt. Raptors again going with the same lineup. TJ Ford, Anthony Parker, Earl Watson, Luke Ridnow, both point guards playing in the backcourt for Bob Hill.
The Seattle Center, the Space Needle. Back in 1962, Jack, it was the World's Fair. Came here as a very little boy. Back in 62, that's the monorail. And our IBM winning strategies. You going to put me on that monorail with that winning strategies? Get them out of town.
Oh, let's hope the Raptors are able to get out of town with a W. And number one, IBM winning strategies. Keep it going. They've won 2 straight, 5 or 6. Keep those winning vibes going. Play with the same intensity necessary to steal another road game. Number 2, let's bring it right here. Perimeter defense. You must get after Ray Allen and Luke Ridnow. You got to do a great job getting in front of them, prevent penetration on Ridnow, and challenge Ray Allen. Do not allow him clean looks. And number 3, hey, bottom line, you want to win road games? Effort plays. 4th game in 5 nights. Fatigue could be an issue. Your second unit's got to give you some uplifting plays. You got to take charges, get on loose balls, get on the offensive boards, and make the little plays that count to steal another road game.
The Sonics coming in at 10-17, only 6-7 at home. They have lost 6 in a row. And as Jack alluded to the fact that Danny Fortson, who missed the last 18 games with a right knee injury, he is in the lineup. And we're going to see Ray Allen as well. But right now for the Toronto Raptors, the focus on the Atlantic Division, and the Toronto Raptors are in first place for the first time in 3 years.
And the New Jersey Nets with a major blow.
Yes.
Isn't that at Christian for the remainder of the season? So I'm sure Rod Thorne will be pulling a trade. A name that'll definitely pop up. It'll be Jamal McGraw, the Toronto native, who's not happy with his minutes in Portland. So, but the Nets obviously major blow inside without Christian.
And the head coach of the Toronto Raptors, Sam Mitchell, he is feeling awfully good about the direction of his basketball team. This club, one thing I love about what's going on with this team, Jack, the heart, the spirit of this franchise, this organization is on the upswing. You talk to coaches, you talk to GMs of opposing teams. It's all good.
Well, it's all good because Brian Colangelo has brought in some excellent players, and they've been able to ride out the injuries to Mo Peterson early on, and more importantly, Chris Bosh. And you talk about the Seattle SuperSonics, Chuck. Bob Hill, interim coach a year ago in his first full season.
He's under the gun here.
And, a lot of pressure. This is an organization that's had a lot of success over the years. And Bob Hill in his second season as the head coach of the Sonics.
TJ Ford, 9 double-doubles on the year, 28 assists over the last 3 games. He's 16 of 18 from the line in that span. I mean, he is just taking his game to the next level, and he relishes the fact, Jack, he's got the rock in his hands.
Well, he's got the rock in his hands, and he's making great decisions with that rock. And Ray Allen on the flip side, he is a guy the Raptors have got to cover because he is a tremendous shooter, great scorer, gets it done.
Andrea Bargnani on the bench, 5 seconds in overtime. And then you, Jack, as we saw in the opening tease, he hits the shot and he backpedals down the floor to get back on defense. I loved it. He wasn't doing the chest thumping and the bumping and going wacko. I mean, this guy is a player.
Because he's a player, because he expects to make that shot. And there's nothing to celebrate because that's his job. And he does it well.
There's still time on the clock.
Exactly. And he's locked into the game, and nice to see.
I love that kid. All right. We got the Sonics and the Raptors. And we're going to have a re-jump. If you watched our game last night and you're saying, wait a minute, I saw a couple of these officials last night. You're right, Leon Wood and Tommy Nunez.
Obviously travel issues with the airport shut down in Denver. The league has had to kind of reconfigure assignments based upon travel, and Jim Clark, the lead official tonight, along with Nunez and Mr. Wood.
Luke Ridnour, a fabulous player. That shot is taken by Wilcox and a kind roll to the rim. Wilcox, the veteran, averaging 12 points and 8 rebounds. They had to re-sign him, Coach.
No doubt about it. Gives them intensity inside, rebounding-wise, and shoots a high percentage.
Ford against Ridnour, a dandy matchup tonight on Raptors NBA TV. Garbajosa pops the rock. Rebound by Wilcox. And our first quarter right here on Raptors NBA TV, presented by Ford. How many times have we seen that over the years, huh?
You must cover that guy in transition. Whatever you do, get to him, make him put it on the floor.
I think he could hit a 20-footer like 3 in the morning. He's that good. The hard bank shot won't fall. Nesterovic keeps the ball in play.
Good play by Joey Graham, batting it loose. The Raptors have got to make sure they're not a jump shooting team here. Take it to the rack. There you go.
And straight to the cup for the score.
You're on the road. Don't live with the jump shot. Take it when it's there as part of your offensive scheme.
This combination of Watson and Ridnour have really stepped up over the last couple of ball games. Ridnour had played with Fred Jones at the University of Oregon, and Ray Allen again wide open from the elbow. That's a three. He had 269 threes, setting an NBA record a year ago. Busted up the old mark of Dennis Scott. And there's Joey Graham with a tough turnaround. Joey Graham, Jack, his game of late, 4 straight single-digit performances. And the Sonics have come out on fire.
They have, and the Raptors got to pick the intensity level up defensively, both in the half court and transition. Again, shot selection imperative. Sam Mitchell deciding to let him play through it, get the cobwebs out.
Parker turns the corner, flips it up. Nope. And the Sonics on the push again. They've lost 6 in a row. Earl Watson to the cup. Ridden out. Ridnour tried to keep it on that side, but it was Parker giving it up to Ford. And TJ with a pull-up, got it.
And you're going to be able to score your points against Seattle. On the flip side, you better get back quickly because they are looking to get it up quick.
The Sonics shooting 45% on the season, but as Jack mentioned, defense has been their thorn this season. They're giving up 101 points. The teams are shooting 47%, but you get in a shootout with Ray Allen, that's dangerous. TJ slides it in and a finger roll.
Here come the Sonics back. Chuck, get out the neck brace. You'll need it tonight.
Is he fun to watch, though? TJ Ford, 3-ball by Watson.
And transition, changing ends from offense to defense. Get back quickly, account for people. The Raptors are giving up some open looks here.
Sonics are 6 of 7. They have a first quarter lead of 8. And we played just over 3 minutes here on Raptors NBA TV. Graham with a power move, put it up and in. Wow, he took it right in the mug of Fortune and Wilcox.
Good recognition as well on that screen, coming off it and taking it to the basket through the open gap on a baseline.
There's been a lot of trade rumors regarding Earl Watson. Talked to him prior to the ball game. He just wants to play, period. Nice move on baseline by Wilcox. I like him, Jack. I've always liked him since his days at Maryland with the Clips.
He's a high-energy guy, and he can score in the post. Doesn't take a lot of perimeter shots.
Parker, the fade, the fire. Long rebound, tapped out to Parker. Good unselfish play by Anthony, and Garbajosa missed. And Ridnour just put Garbajosa on his bum on the board. That brought some of the crowd to their feet. Ridnour can do that as well. A little ooh and ah from the sparse crowd here in Seattle. A lot of Canadian fans here,
yes,
Raptor fans.
A lot of folks drove over from Vancouver and Victoria. And watch it right here. Up the court, Luke Ridnour. Bang. Garbo hitting the deck.
It happens to the best of them. Earl Watson commits a foul. Watson coming over from Denver. And Jack, he is trying to find his place here with Ridnour on the court as well. They're playing the off guard now. Raptors after a missed shot, and they are 4 of 11 to start the ball game.
Sonics doing a good job keeping them on the perimeter, not letting them get to the basket.
Ridnour on his way to the rim. They're going to wave off a shot. It was on the floor. That was on TJ Ford. That will be his first.
I think it's so important, though, for the Raptors, Chuck, changing ends in terms of their transition defense, and on the flip side in their offense, don't become jump shot happy. Get it inside, drive it, get to the free throw line, post-ups.
Earl Watson way too easy with that little stop and go. Something Calderon does quite a bit for the Raps. 8 of 10 for the Sonics.
Wow.
18-8 Seattle. Sonics. And the Raptors, Anthony Parker, a no-go from three-point range. He is 1 for 6. Watson, who has 5 of the ball game. And Leon Wood has called a foul against the Sonics. That will go against Watson. And that will be, for Watson, his second. So now if you're Bob Hill, what do you do?
I think you got to make a change, and they're doing it right now. And a good call that time. Damian Wilkins checking in the game. This is a guy that's an energetic player, plays hard-nosed defense, more of a slasher, doesn't look to shoot the three a lot. Physical guy.
Double-figure score in 7 of the past 9 games. Garbajosa swings it to Graham with a catch and shoot way off the mark. Raised the iron.
Too many jump shots, Chuck.
Raptors 4 for 13 here in the opening quarter. And Ridnour got tied up, and the ball went off Luke out of bounds. We're going to have Fred Jones check in now for Toronto. There's a good look at Luke Ridnour and Fred Jones, teammates under Ernie Kent at the University of Oregon, about a 4-hour ride from here.
You know, we talked about this in the open. Fred Jones is, look at these two guys. They've had tremendous careers in the pro, and look at the collegiate level. They were outstanding with the Oregon Ducks. Luke Jackson, who was a first-round pick of the Cleveland Cavs, a teammate as well.
Rasho Nesterovic finding some paint inside, and Rasho has played very, very well for the Raptors. Last 6 ball games, averaging 10 points, 6 rebounds, and shooting 55%. Ray Allen with 7 after missing 9 games at a crossover. Parker hit the floor, then Allen on a reverse. He took that ball about 25 feet away from the rim, crossed over Parker, turned the corner, and a layup on the baseline. What a play by future Hall of Famer Ray Allen. And then TJ Ford travels, or do we have a foul on the floor? Well, the Sonics were walking the other way, feeling that Ford had traveled, but Leon Wood has called a foul against Seattle. Ray Allen with 9 first-quarter points, and the Sonics are glad to have him back. Future Hall of Famer Ray Allen last year, career high in points per game, averaging 25, and after missing 9 games, he's had the rock in his hands, and Allen is a perfect 4 for 4. He is on fire, Jack. How's he doing it?
Well, he's a great open court player. You got to account for him in transition, and if you give him clean looks in the open court, forget about it. And Luke Ridnour, outstanding draw and kick guy. He is one of the best in the business at catch and shoot. He's creative on the bounce, in the post, and this is a move right here, showing his ability to put it to the deck and get to the rim. But Ray Allen, more of a catch and shoot screen usage guy, but he can't create his own shot. Playing exceptionally well, Chuck.
And he keeps himself in great shape constantly. Mo Peterson on the floor now for the Raptors, and he has not seen a lot of playing time, Jack, over the past couple of ball games.
Yeah, interesting you point that out, though. Anthony Parker really struggled, 1 of 6 early on. Think about this, Chuck. The Raptors have 10 points. All 10 of the points they have come in the paint. So I think they got to rely a little less on the jumper and a little more at driving it and getting post-ups. But Mo Peterson could be a key guy tonight. Again, 4 games, 5 nights, fatigue an issue. You need somebody come in with fresh legs and make a play.
Peterson played 15 minutes last night, 3 points. TJ Ford, his pass deflected. Jones runs it down with 9 on the shot clock. Here's Jones sprinting over the midcourt stripe. Garbajosa with a pump and a shot. Nope. Weak side rebound. Big Danny Fortson. And he is a wide body, folks. And that ball is tapped away out of bounds. Danny Fortson, he has had an interesting career, Jack.
He's a guy that brings a chip, an edge, and a toughness level that, quite frankly, the Sonics need right now. And Fortson's done a lot of yapping about his playing time and his role. Now he's coming out of the game.
After missing the last 18 games with a right knee injury, Johan Petro on the floor for the Sonics. Sonics are really banged up in addition to what's going on with Rashard Lewis. Remember, they lost their promising young center,
Swift, yeah.
Robert Swift, in training camp. To send out Allen to Ridnour. Ridnour on the drive. Ridnour to the rim, flips it up, off window. Nope, we have a loose ball foul. And this will go against the Toronto Raptors, Andrea Bargnani. Bargnani, the hero and one of many heroes in last night's ball game. And Andrea has played very, very well for the Raptors his last 6 games, averaging 14 points and 6 rebounds.
And he's improving as a rebounder, shot blocker. Intense.
You can count it, and a foul. Petro and 1.
Two-man game, Ray Allen, one of the best in the business because you got to cheat up and play it. And Bargnani, 2 fouls.
Yeah, he's my Gatorade game X-Factor tonight, so hopefully he's going to stay in the ball game a little bit.
Yeah, and Allen comes off that pin down, that little screen, and he just curls off it, and he finds the guy cutting right to the basket.
Raptors have not been able to match Seattle's energy.
No, and again, you talk about 4th game in 5 nights. This is when your second unit guy's got to come in and give you a lift. So Bargnani.
But Jack, you have to fight through that mentally, do you not?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You can't be content saying, hey, you won 2 games on the road, that's it. But a lot of it comes down to just the will of a few people. And there's TJ Ford dropping a dime on Rasho.
Rasho eating some Seattle rim. Petro. Fortson turns, shoots. Well, that was Wilcox, I beg your pardon. Here we go the other way with Peterson giving it up to TJ. The Raptors, Jack, shooting 38%. The Sonics at 71%. Here's Ray Allen. The skip pass. Ridnour from the baseline. Book it.
And transition defense an issue. Raptors are not picking the ball up at the point of attack, and they're giving up easy shots on the perimeter.
11 of 15 for Seattle. 73%. It's a 9-4 Sonics run. Another beautiful pass. Ford and Rasho. They got that mojo going.
Good point, Chuck. They really do. And Rasho's got soft hands in there. TJ dropping it right in there.
And then TJ Ford with the steal. Ridnour challenging TJ to the rack and the score. TJ Ford with the steal and the bucket.
6 points, 4 assists. He's been involved in everything, Chuck. That's 7 baskets that the Raptors have had. He's accounted for 7 or 8 baskets, points or assists.
And Ridnour answers off glass. This is going to be a fun matchup to watch right here on Raptors NBA TV with Ford and Ridnour.
Both guys signed contract extensions, so they are the future point guards of their teams.
And why not? TJ looked off and put the ball, switched hands, and scored. This guy is at a next level, folks. What we have seen over the last 10 days, unbelievable. I mean, Jack, he's got, 4 for 4 in the ball game.
Maturation process before your highs, Chuck.
Petro. I mean, Jack, the way Seattle is shooting, where is downtown Freddie Brown? I mean, come on.
Gus Williams and company.
From that 79 NBA championship squad and their 40th anniversary, TJ Ford almost turned it over. Petro put his hand on it, or did he? Nope, they're going to give the ball to Seattle. Well, TJ Ford has been fabulous. And we're going to have the timeout here with the score Sonics 29, Raptors 18 on Raptors NBA TV. And welcome back. Always a pleasure. And Jack, let's go to our Ford Fusion. Create a reaction.
Chuck, who said it? Hopefully we can continue to gain confidence as individuals so when Chris comes back, he won't have to feel like he has to shoulder the load. Who said it? TJ Ford, Fred Jones, or Sam Mitchell? Stay tuned on our Ford Fusion Create a Reaction. There's Chris Bosh right there.
And CB4 hopes to be back on the floor right after the Christmas break. TJ Ford. He has not missed a shot in 4 attempts. He also has 4 assists.
TJ Ford has been fabulous. Again, developing into a top-line point guard in this league. I mean, making plays on defense, setting the tone for the offense at the point of attack. Excellent in terms of his ability to just get the job done on the screen and roll, whether he's shooting off it or driving and setting guys up.
And speaking of setting guys up, Ray Allen with a quick catch and shoot. He shows he's human. He missed his first shot in 5 attempts. And Fred Jones, Garbajosa, Peterson slashing in, up and in. Beautiful move by Mopey.
Love it. Instead of settling for the jump shot, he took it to the tin, Chuck. You're on the road. Get the high percentage looks. That's how you play.
Collison now on the floor for the Sonics. I keep waiting for him to develop, Jack. And there it is.
Well, he'll develop when he gets high percentage looks like that, Chuck. He'll shoot about 80-90% when he gets those.
He's a terrific player at Kansas, but I just haven't seen that same type of performance at the NBA level or even close to it. And here's Ridnour in transition. Rejected by Andrea Bargnani. What a block, his 22nd. Peterson in transition, no. And Fred Jones cannot control out of bounds.
You know, think about Bargnani, Chuck. And he has 2 fouls, so that's a major decision on his part to play big inside here. Watch it right here. Coming out. Get it, that garbage out of here. And then Mo Pete off to the races, but Collison doing a pretty good job standing his ground, and Mo Pete not able to finish.
1:38 remaining first quarter on Raptors NBA TV. The Sonics lead by 11. Wilkins is tied up on the baseline, and they give it into the hands of Ray Allen. Crossing over, backing in, double team. 3 on the shot clock. Wilkins with a power move again on the baseline. Got rid of the points in the paint.
Too many. I think it's 18. I can't read the monitor, quite frankly.
Here's Bargnani with a pull-up, flat on that shot. Followed up as miss and threw it away. Into the arms of Wilkins. Damian Wilkins with a scoop. You can count it, and a foul against Jorge Garbajosa.
Chuck, as good as the Raptors look against the Clippers.
They look exhausted.
Well, the Clippers and the Blazers, they're not playing with that same pep in their step, and Garbo is step slow there. And now TJ Ford is coming out of the game and getting a little bit of a blow, and he's played well tonight, Chuck.
Yes, he has.
8 points and 4 assists. Jose Calderon checking in.
And Mikhail Gelabal has come on out of France. Gelabal, they're very high on him.
Well, he's a good defensive player. He's got quick feet.
He can leap. I was talking with the Euro players on the Raptors, and they're very familiar with Gelabal. And they said, you wait until you see his athleticism.
He's got some bounce in his game.
A lot of clubs were after him on draft day to trade their number 1 for him. Bargnani, elbow, dribble. Andrea tonight 0 for 2. He's played with a couple of fouls and 5 minutes of work. Ridnour with a pull-up. We have 33 seconds remaining. Raptors down first quarter by 16. Calderon, Jones, layup good. We were talking with Jose, weren't we, before the game about that very play?
He knifes through the defense like a hot knife through butter, Chuck, and he just finds guys on the cut. You like that little description, Chuck?
Yes.
I'm learning from you, big boy.
We're down to the final 10 seconds of the quarter. Ridnour drifts off on the wing. Gelabal, they hit the side of the backboard, and then the putback by Collison will drop. And Mo Peterson from backcourt. And at the end of the first quarter, 36-22 Seattle. As the Raptors shooting only 42%, but the Seattle SuperSonics on fire, 16 of 25.
Back in our 307 studios, just ahead of the second quarter, and a tough first quarter for the Toronto Raptors, Leo, because they looked tired in that first quarter.
Yeah, they really did. Not only the Raptors giving up 36 points in that quarter, but a lot of their shots hitting front rim. The Raptors have to get a little bit more legs into their game right now, because Seattle can run away with it if they don't get going.
And they are obviously buoyed by the fact that Ray Allen is back in the lineup. We send it back now to the Key Arena in Seattle with Chuck and Jack. Guys.
All right, PJ and Leo, thank you very much, along with Norma. Second quarter here in Seattle. Good to have you with us on a late Saturday night as Calderon. And on a pass-off, he ran into Collison, who was just outside that semicircle. Jose Calderon with the charge.
Good job by Collison. Excellent team defender. Understands what he's supposed to do inside, taking it right on the numbers. Good play on the driving point guard.
Jack, only 2 free throws shot in the first quarter. That by the Sonics. Gelabal, Petro, back to Gelabal with the layup.
Raptors really struggling defensively tonight at the point of attack, getting exposed off the bounce. And Sam Mitchell going a little deeper into his bench. He's going to bring Chris Humphries in a moment.
Bargnani comes up firing. Got it. Another Manilon.
Talk about Ray Allen being able to shoot it. This kid's got a sweet stroke. Raptors stuck 14 here. Chuck, you know what? If you're the Raptors, try to get it to single digits here at the end of the going into halftime. Just find a way to peck away.
Collison over Garbajosa. And Calderon with the push. Raps just trying to chip away at the Sonics lead.
I said peck away. I'm an idiot. Chip away, peck away. I got to get better at my adjectives, Chuck, but let's chip away at our speed stick first quarter stats instead of peck away. And the Seattle Sonics just carving up the Raptors. I mean, the numbers big time. And the Seattle Sonics bench as well, Chuck. Giving their team a major lift. Raptor bench, the second unit, 4 game, 5 nights. Need an effort tonight.
And on the pass off, Calderon stepped out of bounds.
Oh, boy.
And he's traveled, and so that's a turnover. How many we got there, you Raptors, with 2?
2.
Sam Mitchell saying, hey, what's going on here? Got to get that wake-up call. Earl Watson, again driving on the baseline to Wilkins. Wilkins in the paint. They find Collison. Good spacing by the Sonics. And then Collison and Bargnani put up an air ball in for Andrea. That's his 3rd.
Oh, boy. You know, Bargnani gave him the baseline that time. He let the guy go to his strong hand. Now you're in a position where you have to make some plays in terms of your shot blocking ability. Use your foot, cut the baseline off with your foot. And now he can't get there. Bargnani with the 3rd foul. And that, you know, that.
Did you see a foul on that?
Well, quite frankly, I don't think so. But when you look at it, though, this has not been an issue of late with Bargnani in terms of his fouls.
No.
He's been able to stay on the floor and be effective. Early on, that was an issue.
So Andrea takes a seat. Garbajosa check it in. As Collison going to the free throw line. Jack mentioned Collison with Sam Mitchell looking on. With Collison at the stripe, he signed 5 years, $33 million.
Garbajosa really struggled early in the game. He's played around 13 minutes, Chuck, and no points, no
Played
rebounds.
41 minutes last night.
Yeah, he's looking a little tired tonight.
That guy doesn't look tired. I think Fred Jones, he loves to play just end-to-end ball.
Well, this is his style of play, and this will help Mo Peterson as well, the open court style that Seattle plays. You got to get some scorers out there, but you got to get stops as well.
Watson passed up a 3, now forces up a 21-footer, picked up by Collison with a layup. He has played well. This is the Collison I expected when he came out of Kansas as the 12th pick of the draft.
Well, that was a bad miss as well. And Chris Humphries, though, he's got to put the body on Collison inside.
9:48 to go, first half. 42-26 Sonics. You talk about energy with this young man. This is what the Raptors need tonight. This guy's doing a lot of breakdancing.
I love it. He's got it going on, Chuck. Look at this little man. Look at him.
This guy is the mojo going. Next 3 games for the Raps. We'd love to see at the ACC on Wednesday against Minnesota. If not, join us on The Score. Raptors NBA TV Friday with the Bulls. And then Rogers Sportsnet has the Memphis Grizzlies Saturday at FedEx. Thank you very much.
That's right.
So, Jack, here it is, 42-26. It's been all Seattle. What's going on here?
Defensive intensity and the ability to really execute your stuff and get the shots you want. Both sides of the ball, Raptors getting outplayed.
Here's Calderon. Love it. Absolutely love it. We talked with Jose prior to the game about 2 plays he's got down cold. That one you just saw, top of the circle, and then coming underneath the baseline to flip it up.
He's crafty. He changes speeds. Beautiful.
Gelaball got tied up and stolen away by Calderon. It's a 3-on-1. Jose, the trailer, Peterson, layup missed. Put back by Barbosa. Blocked away by Gelaball. And then a bad pass intended for Collison rolls away.
Raptors catch a break there. That's a shot that Mo Pete's got to finish. And
you can't blame fatigue in the case of Mo Pete.
no, he's the freshest guy out there. That's just a shot. You know, it's the difference too when you don't make that shot. You got a high jump, not broad jump. He fell out of bounds on that shot. You know what I'm saying, Chuck? When you take the ball to the basket, it's got to be a high jump, explode at the basket. When you broad jump, your weight takes you out of bounds, and it changes your trajectory on your shot.
What was that, Jack?
No, you got to go to the basket under control, okay? High jump, not broad jump.
Petro with the foul. Here's Calderon. Over the shoulder pass, Humphries on a power move. He got stripped, and with 16 on the clock. The Raptors retain possession, 42-28 Seattle. And Ray Allen back on the floor.
Chris Humphries wanted a foul, and Ray Allen now checking in for Damian Wilkins. And next time around, you know he's in the game. In transition, make sure you find him. All screen sequences, make sure you're locked in on this guy. And Danny Fortson returning as well for the Sonics. Gave him some good minutes early on.
Last year, he was fined $188,000. He had 7 techs in 23 games. You say that's a high-maintenance guy?
Yes. Always has been. In his days at the University of Cincinnati for Bob Huggins as well.
Peterson comes up firing, missing. There's Garbajosa flying in to keep it in play, and he does so to Fred Jones. Nice hustle by Jorge Garbajosa. On the shot clock. It's Calderon. Let's see how he navigates things. Giving it up. Garbo, book it.
Garbo got the wake-up call. He's starting to play with a little energy now. Great hustle on that play. Then he knocks down the jumper.
And he looks like he just got out of bed.
Well, no, I mean, hey, listen, he logged a lot of minutes last night, Chuck, and he brings it every play.
Yellow ball.
There he is getting the board as well. Jorge.
Garbajosa, who played against Gelaball in international competition. Nice feed. Calderon, Humphries, count it, and a foul.
There you go. The second unit, Chuck. You're on your 4th game in 5 nights. Your second unit's got to give you a little fire and intensity and passion. And Calderon on the open court. Look at him driving it, sucking the defenders in. Yes, sir. Humphries with an opportunity for a high percentage shot right there. Calderon, though, setting the table. That's point guard play 101. A little drive, a little draw, and a little dish.
Anthony Parker Jack has come on now for the Raps after going 1 for 6 in 6 minutes. And Peterson played 10 minutes, went 1 for 4. He did have 4 rebounds on the floor.
Mo Pete played with some energy. Now Anthony Parker really struggled early on, 1 of 6. Shot selection, tighten it up, and he does such a good job on the defense. Make some plays for you.
Leon Wood, what do we have here? He's going to call a foul on Fred Jones. Well, Leon, sometimes you don't know who the foul. It's like one of those umpires behind home plate. You wait, is it a ball or a strike?
Yeah. They call that mechanics. You know, referees, when they make a call, as much as anything else, they have to be emphatic with their mechanics.
Ray Allen. I mean, there's nothing Fred Jones could do about that. I mean, he has got one of the quickest, if not the quickest release in the NBA. And there's Calderon again, beating Watson off the dribble.
Changing speeds. Talk about Ray Allen, talk about beautiful mechanics. He's the best in the business.
And there's Earl Watson. And Watson and Ridenour have done a fabulous job of late over the last couple of ball games, Jack. What they do best, they're averaging combined 37 points between them last 2 games. Garbajosa got grabbed on a pass-off.
Fortson's a guy, particularly in the open court. He has a difficult time moving his feet east-west, and Garbajosa with the ability to create off the bounce. And Jose Calderon, great at that little crossover, changing speeds, nifty move to the 10.
Jose again flips it up, popped out. He's had some terrific looks, has played very well tonight. Allen. He's got Calderon guarding him and peels off a Fortson screen to set up Watson's three. That was great ball movement by Seattle, but Jack, the Raptors are allowing the Sonics to shoot 64%. They've outscored the Raptors 12-0 in three balls.
And Earl Watson only a 23% three-point shooter, but when you get clean looks, you're going to shoot a higher percentage.
Straight on, and Garbo buries it. Jorge Garbajosa.
The Raptors are making a little bit of a competitive push here in the second quarter, but it has to happen on this end, Chuck, with the D.
Yep, you got to make some stops. Nice pass, Wilcox Fortson.
You know, one of our keys tonight was perimeter defense, and the Raptors just struggling with the ability to stop what Seattle wants to do at the point of attack, and it's creating breakdowns galore.
Calderon. Jones, three ball coming up. You can ring it up from downtown Mount Hope, Ontario. It goes to Patrick and Jake Simpson.
Great setup by Jose Calderon. 6 assists in a game for Jose alone with 4 points.
And it's a 12-point Sonics lead. Ball, too easy. Fortson should have made that layup. Then he gets another attempt and puts it up and good.
Well,
Raps have no legs tonight, none.
But this is your second unit in here. That's Humphreys in there. You know, just Fortson just battling in there, doing a good job with the second effort.
Garbo, he has made 3 straight field goals.
Well, the good thing is the Raptors are heating up offensively. The bad thing is they've been unable to get stops, giving up 64% from the field. That has got to change.
Under 5 minutes in running here. First half, 54-42 Sonics. Leon Wood has called a foul. And that is a foul against Jose Calderon, his second. But Ray Allen in his first game back. In a couple of weeks, he has 12. Welcome back, Raptors NBA TV. Chuck and Jack with you, our Gatorade Game X Factor coach.
You took Bargnani, I took Nick Collison. So front court guys that come off the bench for their respective clubs.
Collison with a 6.3 rebound game, and Andrea with 3 fouls in 7 minutes. Lenny Wilkins now a commentator, also the vice chairman of the Seattle SuperSonics. And 3 days ago in the Seattle Post-Intelligencer, one of the lead columnists, Jim Moore, is starting to speculate that he could replace Bob Hill as the head coach of the Sonics if the Sonics continue to slump.
Well, Lenny, after he left Toronto, coached the New York Knicks, led them to the playoffs, actually, and there's Bob Hill. And a lot of speculation, you're right, about Bob Hill. Will he survive ownership change? A lot of uncertainty in terms of they're going to stay in Seattle. They're trying to get a new arena. Obviously, the new ownership group naming Lenny the vice chairman. And when you look at it, he is the name most synonymous with the success of the Sonics, having led them to an NBA championship.
Back in 1979. Ray Allen. Ridnow slicing inside. Did he get it up? Nope. The Ball, the French kiss. So 56-42 Sonics. Garbajosa from downtown. And then Allen is tied up, and his pass deflected off Petro's hands, and the Raps on the run, following the Sonic turnover. Garbajosa slapped out of his hands by Wilcox down the floor. It's a 4-on-1. Ray Allen, the scoop, deflected. Ridnour with the finish. Wasn't pretty, but effective.
Oh, boy. You know, the two that you don't get, and then they get the easy one. You know, the Raptors too bunched up in their spacing in transition at time. That's one you got to cash in on. Just not sharp tonight.
Fred Jones, he draws the foul and will shoot 2. Ray Allen gets dumped and sent to the floor right near our cameraman.
I made this point earlier, Chuck. For the Raptors right now, you gotta make sure you find a way. Here's Fred right there going to the basket, and Ray Allen, here he comes!
Hey, Brett, the cameraman. Brett, we got to show Brett. Can we put Brett on camera to make sure that Brett's all right?
Does he get double pay?
Brett, we love you. There you go, Brett.
Our man,
hey,
Brett.
give us a little Canadian love here, Brett.
He's,
all right?
No, he's sticking right there with the camera. He's a gamer.
Now, if this was the National Football League, we'd be seeing the last rites for Brett. Okay? And one of those linemen fall on him like the Seahawks and Chargers tomorrow.
It's a big game tomorrow for the Seahawks. And I was making the point before, Chuck, the Raptors got to get this to single digits going to half. They have not played well, but just find a way to have something to rally around at half.
Wilcox. And that will be a charge.
That's
or travel, would they call it? Traveling or a charge?
Travel. Very good positional defense that time by Rasho, locking in. Watch him moving his feet. Good job. Perfect. He traveled.
And then he charged.
Could have done both. A little yang, Chuck.
Here's T.J. Ford. Garbajosa. Good hands by Nesterovich. Fred Jones filling it up from three-point range.
All right, they got it to 10 now. Get some stops. Get it to single digits. Hang around.
Raptors have never led in this ballgame. The Sonics' biggest lead, 16. Wilcox, the step back over Rasho. Getting to a lot of loose balls, and that was kept in play by Gelaball to Ray Allen. Ray Allen now 14 points, 6 of 7.
Fred Jones so close to snatching that board and wasn't able to come up with it.
Sonics have scored 60 first half points. Rasho from Fred Jones.
Sam Mitchell exhorting his team, please get one stop. Can't change ends and change baskets.
Wilcox working hard to accept the pass to the post, and a reach and a foul. Nesterovich.
110 points combined, Chuck. We're not even done with the first half. Lots of
Fred Jones, the only double-digit Raptor tonight, Coach. He's got 11. The Raptors are down by 10. Late first half.
Hold on! Welcome back to the Seattle Sonics and the Raptors in a little. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows when you've been bad or good, so be good, for goodness sake. And this guy's playing pretty good, Chuck.
With a picture like that, I think you like bad better than good.
24-7. Gilbert Arenas, another big game last night for the Washington Wizards
54.
Against the Suns.
54 last night against Phoenix. 60 against the Lakers. I think T.J. Ford, I'm going on the record. I think I nominate T.J. Ford my player of the week.
He's played well, and if they can pull off another W tonight, Chuck, he'll be right in the running, that's for sure.
So Chris Wilcox with the first of two at the foul line. Wilcox was looking for a big, fat contract in the offseason and ended up settling on a mini 3-year deal. He was really hoping to get like a 5 or 6 year.
I think he did okay for himself.
Oh, yeah.
Though. What did he get, Chuck?
Got about 7 a year.
Not bad.
No. Not in your league, Jack.
I wish I was in that league.
The main man of media in Toronto.
Yeah, right. I think 275 gets me on a subway.
275,000. Here's Ray Allen. That's low. And here's T.J. Ford. Ford dances over the timeline. T.J. Ford with a wraparound. The dump down pass to Nesterovich, finding Joey Graham, and a foul.
He'll shoot two. And, Joey Graham with an aggressive take to the basket. TJ wheeling and dealing in there. And Rasho Nesterovich, again, doesn't force plays. Good passer in traffic. And Joey Graham drawing the foul.
Sonics have tied a season high for points in half with 62. But in this ball game, you never know what's going to happen in a high-scoring game coming up at the half. Right here on Raptors NBA TV. We've got Paul, Norma, and Leo at the half.
Well, there they are. Leo's on his cell phone. What's he doing?
He's networking, Jack.
He is.
He is networking. He's on the phone with NBA executives and coaches and players. Guy from Pizza.
His halftime.
Yeah, like a double cheese. Put some salami and cheese on that for the slurs. Allen, Jelabal. And he comes up shooting way off the mark. Collison knocked it away out of bounds. Raptor ball.
Good job by Garbajosa. Even though he couldn't get the rebound, he prevented Collison from getting it to him. Good positional play.
Raptors down by 10. Looking to go into the break, Jack, with a little mo.
Gotta get it.
And there is TJ Ford. Whips it. And this is Joey Graham for three. And that ball went off Wilcox. And the Raps reload.
Remember what I mentioned. Get into the half with single-digit deficit.
And TJ Ford splits the defense. Puts it up. Nope. TJ, his first miss in 5 attempts. And Ray Allen is sent sprawling to the court as he was tripped and fouled. Playing with a lot of energy after missing 9 games with that ankle injury.
Yeah, when you talk about an impact guy, a franchise guy that can give you a major lift. And again, he's showing his ball skills in the open court, crossing over, using the high screen.
Jack,
the Raptors, I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say, he looks off and then he says, I'm just going to take it. This guy keeps himself in great shape. You know what he's going to do when he retires from the league?
I have no
He
idea.
wants to participate in triathlons. He wants to be one of those marathon guys. And
marathon or triathlon?
Yeah.
Well, which one?
He wants to do both. He wants to do the ultra marathon. He wants to be an ultra marathon man.
PJ Tucker in a game for the Raptors. Well, I've done 7 marathons, Chuck, in my life, and I think he's in a lot better shape than I am. So
is that in the bars or is that?
No, I've done New York 4 times, Chicago, and then Boston.
And Fred Jones counted in the foul.
I ran for an hour today here in Seattle.
Good for you.
60 minutes out there. And here's Fred Jones getting it done. And beautiful drive to the basket. And by the way, congratulations to our broadcast crew. They kicked butt today. Paul Graham, our producer.
The hammer was involved.
He's like George Blanda. You know, he's that old wily quarterback that just finds a way to just get it done.
Meantime, Fred Jones with 13. Fred Jones told me before the ball game, Jack, I said, you ever play in this arena other than as a pro? He said, Chuck, I played here for the Ducks against the University of Washington, had some of my better games.
Let's keep our fingers crossed that he has the mojo going for the rest of the game. He's playing well, Chuck, 9 points. I'm sorry, 14 points.
64-55. And the Raptors are down by 9. Ridnour threw it away out of bounds.
A huge possession here. You're stuck 9. You're in single digits. Final shot of the half. Get it. Can you get one more make and rally your team at halftime? The Raptors have not played well here, Chuck. Very fortunate that they're stuck.
Hanging around.
They're hanging around. This is what it's and they've hung around with people, and they've got confidence in late game situations. So Sam Mitchell, you know, the old use it, you lose it, using the short timeout situation right here.
Well, the Raptors have 10 home games in January and come out and see Raptor ball at the Air Canada Center. Only 5 road games. And the longest road trip has had 3-gamer with the Nets, Bucks, and Boston. But the Raptors have a 5-game homestand, their longest of the season. Those games against the Western Conference. But Jack, they have survived the storm.
Well, they have a few more games after this. 3 more games in the month of December. And I've made the point many times, if they can get to December 31st and have 13, 14 wins and be just a game or 2 under 500, 3 under 500, they're going to have a shot.
Well, especially in the Atlantic. I think they can win the Atlantic. Now that Christage is out. Ford turned it over, and at the end of the half, 64-55, Jack. Your thoughts?
Well, that wasn't what we thought we'd see, but Ray Allen leading his team into the locker room. Fred Jones having a good first half of the Raptors.
So we go into the half. Coming up at the break, you'll hear from PJ, Leo, and Norma right here on Raptors NBA TV. Welcome back to Seattle. Raptor fans everywhere tonight here in Seattle. And they have come across this great country of Canada into the Pacific Northwest to catch the Sonics and the Raptors, joined alongside the coach, and that is Jim Todd, of course. Jim, is it a case of legs and fatigue, 4 games and 5 nights to explain the first half?
Yeah, we weren't sure. We came out probably after last night's game. It might be a little anticlimactic tonight for our guys, and maybe they just didn't have the sense of urgency that we need. But we certainly need to pick that up in the second half, and that's what we talked about. It took us about 18 minutes to get into it, and we did cut the lead down to 9.
You got it to single digits. Obviously, I think the focus here in the second half, defensively, getting some stops and getting yourself into your style of play offensively.
Yeah, they hurt us off the glass. They hurt us inside. A couple things we talked about at the half was felt if we rebounded the ball and we played more aggressive, swing the ball from side to side, that we can get a win.
All right, Coach.
Okay,
Good luck
guys.
in the second half. Thank you. Jim Todd, by the way, Merry Christmas. As we will see Jim Todd on the 27th against Minnesota. In Ford we trust. And we love Raptors NBA TV.
There you go.
Yes.
Fans everywhere, Chuck.
It's all good, Jack. It's all good.
It is all good. And in the first half stats, our President's Choice, halftime stats, both teams shooting the lights out. And let's face it, when you talk about rebounding and the ability for Seattle to just get the shots that they want at will, that's the difference. The Raptors got to turn the screws here in the second half defensively and pick it up a few notches.
Let's take a look at this box score, Jack.
I love the box score segment.
I'm sure you do.
Yeah, right. And here we go, our first half box. And Fred Jones, you talked about his comfort level in this building, Chuck. Beautiful first half. Fred and TJ Ford and Jose Calderon a combined 12 points and 11 assists, doing a great job at the point of attack, getting it done for the Raptors. And on the flip side for Seattle, Ray Allen igniting his club, and the 2 point guards in that backcourt, Watson and Ridnour, combined 18 points, 8 of 15 shooting. So the perimeter play for the Sonics, dominant. Raps got to tighten up the perimeter D.
So we have third quarter action right here on Raptors NBA TV. Good to have you with us. Chuck Swirsky, Jack Armstrong, our entire Raptors NBA TV crew, featuring our producer Paul Graham, our director Troy the Hammer Clara, Matt Bloom, and Jumpin' Johnny Russell. One on the shot clock, and Jorge Garbajosa hits glass, no rim, so that's a 24-second shot clock violation. Jack, during the break, I went up to grab a hot dog here. I got to tell you something. I took one bite. That's it.
No.
I mean, they need a new arena. They have got to get some concessions
The
here.
Key Arena hot dog didn't cut it. Okay.
No. The press room ranked among the worst in the NBA.
You're always looking for that free food there, Chuck.
Yes, I am.
No nation like donation.
Fortson, and that's a charge.
He knocked about 3 guys over. All right, the big fella.
How'd you like to run into him?
Well, it's the old question, are you the hammer or the nail? And right there, Joey Graham earning his battle pay on that one.
Would you say, Jack, over the last 3-4 minutes of the first half, Seattle was flat?
Well, yes. I thought they dropped a notch in terms of defensive intensity. And they weren't as aggressive taking it inside with their offense.
We have 3 seconds in the key on Rasho Nesterovic. Again, the bottom line for the Raptors, they will take on Minnesota on Wednesday at the Air Canada Center. Our third quarter brought to you by Hyundai. I'm anxious for January. 10 home games, Coach. Could be back at the ACC. Fortson, a big body. And there's Nesterovic with a rebound, his third. Garbajosa from the pocket. Got a smooth stroke. Jorge Garbajosa with 10.
Well, at the 7 now. Again, play the D. You're not going to win road games playing cute. You got to get down in that stance and stop people.
Raptors very methodically just trying to take Seattle out of its rhythm. The Sonics really struggling to find any type of being fluid that got them going in the first half.
Good interior D.
And there's Parker with a dunk, and Bob Hill has called the timeout.
How you come out of the gate, how you come out of the locker room, oh so important for determining the personality of the game. The Raptors have come out ready.
Yes, they have. So a beautiful feed, and Anthony Parker with a dunk as TJ Ford brings it and finds on a no-look to Parker. We'll be right back. Raps in this one, third quarter.
Silver bells, silver bells.
Now, I don't hear you saying
Christmas
hello.
Time
What happened to the hello?
in Seattle. Here we go, and look who's in fourth place right now. Our Hyundai drive to the playoffs. Yes, sir, the Toronto Raptors.
Break up the Raptors.
Buy your playoff tickets if the season would end today.
And both the Knicks and Nets lost tonight, Jack. So it's all good for the
I don't
Raps.
think the Raptors can find a way. Again, play by play, Chuck, one at a time.
Here we go with
stops.
Earl Watson on the elbow. Ray Allen for three.
Well, outstanding after timeout play, Chuck. They're going to little screener, catch and shoot. Easy opportunity.
TJ Ford, he left his feet on that pass off, expecting somebody to be there in the left corner. And Ford, that's his third turnover. They go inside. It's Wilcox. Well, I haven't seen that from him.
Yeah, well,
nice footwork.
Well, whatever Bob Hill said, 5 quick points out of the timeout. Good timeout by Bob Hill. They've adapted.
TJ. That's an air ball. And Fortson tried to scoop it with a backhanded pass, and he ran out of real estate. There's Bob Hill. Jack, you know Bob Hill. Talk to me about Bob Hill, where he's at right now with his club.
Well, this is a difficult situation for him, quite frankly. I mean, you talk about coming into a unsettled environment, ownership changes, and a team that's set up with poor situation in terms of injuries. They're a little weak inside in a tough conference. Recipe for a tough season ahead.
2 good looks for the Raps. And down the floor, Rittenauer, the pitch, Allen, wide open, 3-ball. The moment that left his hand, Sam Mitchell started to raise his 2 arms in order to call the timeout. Ray Allen with back-to-back triples. He has 22 in his first ball game in over 2 weeks. So we're going to take a timeout, 72-59 Sonics, third quarter. Welcome back, Chuck Swirsky, Jack Armstrong in Seattle. And I grew up here, Jack, and saw a ton of Sonic games when I was a kid. I would come into this arena when it was the old Seattle Center Coliseum. They went to the finals back in '78, lost Game 7 here in this building to the Washington Bullets. And then the next year won the NBA championship in 5 games against that same Bullets ball club. They returned to the finals in the 90s, losing to the Chicago Bulls.
And you talk about a team playing with a lot of confidence right now. Out of that Bob Hill timeout, they responded. Ray Allen knocking down a jumper, then going inside to Wilcox, keeping his feet under the basket. And then last but not least, the outlet and the ability to get out in the open court and get easy opportunities. Luke Rittenauer, tremendous read in transition, going from left to right. And Bob Hill got to be pleased with the way his club responded out of his timeout. Let's see if the Raptors do the same.
TJ Ford has to give it up to Garbajosa with 9 on the shot clock. The wide open look, Fred Jones off the mark, and it's Danny Fortson playing in his first ball game of the month. A month plus, as a matter of fact, has missed the last 18 games. Raps are 2 for 7 in the third quarter. It's 72-59 Sonics. They are in a big-time slump, having dropped 6 in a row now without Rashard Lewis. And Jim Clark has called a travel on Ray Allen. Rashard Lewis, a dangerous injury to that right hand. After the Sonics agreed to postpone negotiations. They were in talks of a 2-year extension for $25 million. And before the injury happened, both sides said, let's just take a deep breath and walk away from it. Jones, he turned it over. And then the Sonics promptly give it up. The pitch, Fred Jones, left wing. Nope. And then it went off the arms of Rashid Asterovich. So, Jack, what's going on here in the third quarter for Sam Mitchell?
Well,
at first, they came out with a little bit of spunk.
It's like pushing a rock up the mountain, and you got to keep pushing it. Sooner or later, if you don't get it to the top, it rolls back on you. Got to answer your offensive success with stops.
And Wilcox will shoot 2. So on one end, the Raptors have missed their last 5 shots. And now for Wilcox, he is going to go to the line. And the story on Wilcox tonight, Jack, 8 points, along with a couple of boards. The Sonics are perfect from the free throw line. Well, they are 9 for 9. The Raptors are 5 of 6. Next game on Raptors NBA TV, the Chicago Bulls. Sooner or later, the Raps have got to beat the Bulls. What is it, 13 straight now, Jack?
You're right. And you can't blame Jalen Rose anymore. You know, when he was on the Bulls, the Raptors always won. When he was on the Raptors, the Bulls always won. So, and now the Raptors going to go with the 2 point guards to kind of match the look of Bob Hill's team. And obviously they play Luke Ridnour and Earl Watson together. So we'll see how that pans out. And both guys played exceptionally well in the first half, Calderon and Ford.
Jones, Garbajosa, nice pass, beautiful dish. That little high-low pass where he just got it in stride, where he could do something with it, Jack. He didn't have to bring it down.
Good playmaking that time by Garbajosa as well.
And on a finger roll, Wilcox should have just hammered that ball through the rim, and he knows it. He's talking to himself, running down the floor. And there's TJ Ford, the fade, the fire to score, and just like that, Raps back in this game.
We talked about it at length. You cannot just keep changing ends and changing buckets. You're the one, the onus is on your defense to get stops.
Raptors going for their third straight road victory. Ray Allen with a scoop and a foul and will shoot two.
And everyone again talks about Ray Allen's ability to shoot the jumper, but he is pretty good putting the ball on the deck when he has space. Look at him right here. Gets a little brush screen and going right to the basket. He's got a great stroke at the free throw line.
Jack, you become accustomed to seeing certain players in uniforms like Bobby Orr. I never looked at Bobby Orr as a Chicago Blackhawk, number 4. With Ray Allen, I always expected him to live and die as a Milwaukee Buck. And he got traded a couple of years ago in the Peyton deal.
That's the nature of pro sports today, Chuck. You know, we live in a transient society with free agency. And
but there are exceptions, Steve Eiserman.
Yeah, you're right. Cal Ripken, Tony Gwynn. Well, let's hope it's Chuck Swirsky with the Raptors, too, Chuck.
Rasho tried to up and under. Good job by Petro. And then Rasho said, that's all right. You know what? I can't go inside. I'm just going to put it right in your mug.
And Rasho agrees with me, making that little jump hook for the Swirsky.
We featured Jack Rasho in our opening theme. And you have to admire the job he has done. I mean, he's got 12 points in the ball game, 5 rebounds, taking up a lot of space in the paint.
Shoots a high percentage. His teammates like playing with him because he gives it up in there.
The touch pass Calderon to Garbajosa. Little Spano action.
All right, you got it down to 9 again. So the Raptors have responded to Seattle's run. Is this going to be a game of run or is someone going to take over?
Petro. He's got the fuel.
That was tacky. Did I say that, Trey?
Well, he's playing a high-octane game.
I know. Very creative.
Too bad we're not playing the Pistons. Are you working with me, TJ Ford?
I'm with you.
The dots are connecting here, Jack.
You got it all going on.
All right. Here's Hudson with the pull-up. You're right. This is a game of runs.
Oh, my goodness. The problem is the Raptors on the downside of it. They got to push a little harder.
80 points have been scored with 5:11 to go. The Sonics are averaging 99 on the season. Nice drop off, TJ with the finish.
The 2 point guards, again, playing well. Calderon and Ford. And the Raptors are looking a little tired in that front court. Rasho and Garbo really gasping for air right now.
Nesterovic played 35 minutes last night. Garbajosa 41 minutes. Anthony Parker played 46 minutes. And Bargnani, who has 3 fouls, he played only 7 first-half minutes.
And here's Rasho coming out. That's what I meant. Rasho playing real well, but he is gassed right now physically. He has given the Raptors some major minutes over this trip and played exceptionally well. This is a quick pace for him.
Calderon bringing it out, 15 on the clock, the 19-footer. Bargnani tapped it out to Ray Allen. To the top and a miss. And then Earl Watson came up with a loose ball. Earl Watson wants Wilcox to receive the pass. He's got Calderon on him, and an over-the-top pass, and good recovery by the Raptors. And they go upstairs. Slow him down, Fred Jones. Merry Christmas with a little eggnog to go.
And there were a lot of Raptor fans in this building.
Yeah,
Chuck,
I love it. You hear that electricity?
Oh, they were going nuts. And British Columbia, not too far from here.
The new Sonics management probably saying, can we get the Raptors in for a preseason game? It's emailed David Stern about 4 times a year.
Well, what we should have is the Vancouver Grizzlies back where they belong instead of in Memphis.
True.
You talk about T.J. Ford again. Good defense in here. Yes, sir.
But he telegraphed that pass.
Well, but it was good
TJ
recognition on a help side and a little ooh-la, a little slam action.
Petro against Bargnani. Back in, stumbles, and then a foul on the floor. He bailed him out right there, Jack.
He was shuffling his feet there.
Calderon has picked up his 3rd. He did that little shuffle.
And here it is, just an awkward looking play. Look at it right here. I mean, whoop. Wasn't pretty, but he got the foul. So you got Calderon and Bargnani with 3 fouls. You let them play on.
Petro had a scare earlier this season, Jack. He had that irregular heartbeat before the Lakers game on November 3rd. Fortunately, that's been corrected. 80-71 Sonics, 3:45 to go third. Raptors have never led in this game. Sonics led at one stage 42-26. And the Raptors just come up with a run, and then Seattle will answer with a bucket or 2. Calderon with 9 assists tonight in 13 minutes.
TJ with 7, so they have really made some good plays for teammates.
Love the pass. Fred Jones for 3. No. And it's Ray Allen. He lost the ball, and Jose Calderon picks it up and lays it off glass.
Hey, you know what? You come in the game, make a play, make things happen for your teammates. That's just a great hustle play by Jose. Raptors stuck in.
And you've got Ray Allen guarded by T.J. Ford. And Wilkins elects to jack it up and missed. And Ray Allen very frustrated. He wanted that ball. He has at least 7 inches on T.J. Ford.
Big possession here for the Raptors with an opportunity to cut into this lead once again. Execute here in the half court.
T.J. Ford, Garbajosa, layup cut. Timeout Seattle, and here come the Raptors again. No quitting the Toronto Raptors. A lot of spirit here in the 3rd quarter. It's a 6-point Sonics lead. It's coming up Wednesday at the ACC with Minnesota. The Bulls on Friday at the Air Canada Center, and at Memphis on Saturday. Chuck Swirsky, Jack Armstrong, Raptors NBA TV. Raps making a run here. 3rd quarter, 2:40 and running. Gelaball has come on for Seattle, along with Collison. Ray Allen, air ball. And it's Calderon the 4. Those two have worked well together, Jack.
They sure have. Combined 17 assists from your lead guards.
Calderon, Garbajosa, long board, Ridnour, and he loves to push. He's accelerating. Petro, rimmed out, tap, no. And we go the other way.
Good decision to pull it out that time. Big defensive play on the other hand by Garbajosa.
And you can go after Ray Allen defensively, Jack. T.J. Ford. The Ford splits the defense, giving it up. Fred Jones. And Collison flies in for the rebound.
They got a good shot that time at the short clock situation. Clean look.
And the Sonics have gone cold here.
Door is wide open here for the Raptors right now.
90 seconds remaining, 3rd. Sam Mitchell near midcourt calls out a play for his point guard, Jose Calderon. Bargnani with a catch and shoot, the 19-footer. And a good look.
They have had good looks. Raps looking a little fatigued here. Look at T.J. Ford right now guarding the ball. He's just gasping for air.
Sonics have missed their last 6 shots. 10 on the clock.
Got to push through, fight through the fatigue.
They want to get the ball to Ray Allen. Allen with 4 on the clock. Allen turns the corner way too easy. So Ray Allen will shoot 2. What happened there, Coach?
Well, there's a breakdown on the backside. Look at Fred Jones getting exposed off the bounce. And
well, somebody's got to pick him up.
well, Garbajosa and Bargnani had their heads turned that time on the weak side. Communication between Calderon and Ford. Sam Mitchell going with both point guards. They've played well tonight, Chuck.
Yeah, in defense of those 2 players, they really aren't on the floor a lot together.
No, they're not. And this is a game, though, when you have Watson and Ridnour, the matchups work because you got 2 point guards on the other side of the ball. And you need quickness, ball skills, defensive ability in terms of being able to match what they're bringing at you. Watson right now out of the game for Seattle.
Remember when Ray Allen was with Milwaukee and Vince Carter with Toronto? They had some unbelievable games against one another.
I can remember the night the Candace said Vince Carter didn't get picked for was it USA Basketball?
That's correct.
And he lit up Ray Allen. Ray got picked over him. And
you don't think a message was sent that night? That was a Friday night at the ACC. I remember it well.
they still have a few brain cells left, Chuck. Not many, but
After this road trip, come on. And Ridnour fouls TJ Ford. They had 1 to give. Overall, TJ Ford has been fabulous this road trip.
and, you know, this is a guy that's absolutely fighting through fatigue. Interesting development. You talk about playing the 2 point guards. Mo Peterson has not gotten in here in the second half.
And why not?
I think he's just trying to play matchup game here.
And a jump ball. Gelabal and Bargnani.
That was good. There's Mo Peterson. First half, 10 minutes, 2 points, 4 boards. Played with energy. Not seeing the court second half.
Raps have 7 seconds on the shot clock. TJ for 3. Got it! Oh, baby, what a play by TJ Ford. That's his first triple in 6 games.
That's like the old plays you used to have on jump balls where it's a set play, and Raptors executed that perfectly. Bargnani winning that tap. It's like winning a face-off.
Jack, this is a 4-point ball game. Here's Ridnour.
Tough shot. I mean, Garbajosa, a much bigger guy. He shot it right over him. Final shot here.
Yep, the Raps have the final shot of the quarter as they did at halftime. And TJ with back-to-back triples. Are you kidding me? Ridnour. And we go to the 4th quarter. TJ Ford. Onions, baby, onions. Back-to-back trays. 84-81. Sonics by 3. 4th quarter coming up next. Raptors NBA TV.
Back at Raptors TV in Toronto, Norma Wick alongside Leo Routens. Things are almost squared up thanks to J Square, Jose, Jorge, Freddie J, and TJ.
And TJ just does not want to let his team quit it. Every time it looks like they're down or they just can't get over the hump, he comes back with something. How about back-to-back threes? Let's see what the Raptors have left in the 4th here.
Yeah, it's interesting. Sonics have lost 5 games in the final second. So if the Raptors can keep it tight, they've shown they know how to win. Let's go back to Chuck and Jack.
It's a 14-4 Raptor run. We go to the 4th quarter, but first, our direct energy game stats.
Well, you look at the numbers, both teams shooting exceptionally well. And TJ Ford with some huge shots. And now the bench points, that was a deficit at halftime, but the Raptor bench really getting it done. And TJ Ford, as Leo Routens mentioned, willing his team back into this and just finding a way to get it done and making a clutch 3. Luke Ridnour playing him for the drive, and TJ Ford pulling up the bag of tricks. Finding it in there.
And Ray Allen put up a wild shot. And so the screws are tightening here in Seattle, folks.
Raptors have won the last 2 quarters, Chuck, by 5, number 2 quarter, by 6, number 3 quarter, chipping away.
Andrea's fouled on the floor. Forget about continuation. But TJ and Jose, they've got that mojo going. They're in sync.
Sam Mitchell playing the gut. You know, sometimes you got to throw the textbook out and say, you know what, I'm going to do something a little non-traditional, kind of what Seattle does with the 2-point guards. Both of these guys are playing exceptional for you tonight. So even though they play the same spot, throw it out there and see how it works. And it's done wonders for them.
7 on the clock. Calderon turns the corner up top. Garbo got it. Oh, baby. It's a 2-point field goal, and it's an 84-83 Sonics ball game. The Raptors have never led, but they're knocking on the door. Gelabal kills his dribble to Ridnour. Petro. 7 on the clock. Against Bargnani, the turnaround jumper, smooth, big bucket.
That was excellent defense by Bargnani. Moved his feet, good shot contest, great shot by the youngster.
Petro now with 10 off the bench. He has played well. Sonics 5-3. 4 to Calderon. Will the Raps go inside with Jose? Andrea? Up and no, but he gets 2.
Good creativity by Jose Calderon that time, and Bargnani rolling to the basket, getting better at, you know, screen and roll rather than pop out. And look at the defense on this end. I mean, this is good defense by Bargnani. This is a great job by Petro as well. Look at just moving the feet, tough shot. I mean, that's a fully contested shot. Nice play.
Petro from France, Bargnani from Italy. They have played and competed against one another on the national stage. As Andrea Bargnani, Jack, he is going to the line for the first time tonight. He's made 17 of his last 21 free throws.
Well, he's got great mechanics, you know, in terms of his shooting stroke. And look at him right there.
You know what I loved the other day? He makes the game-winning shot. We talked about this. No big deal.
No.
Just turns, you know, let's play ball.
He's a player, and he plays with that just easy and controlled temperament, mature kid.
Have you ever seen him thus far put the emphasis on himself? Have you ever seen him go through the
You know what it's
hysterics?
about? It's about the RAPTORS, and that's what it should be about. It's about the name on the front of the shirt, not on the back. Some guys should learn that.
Our fourth quarter brought to you by Raptors NBA TV HD. Chuck Swirsky along with Jack Armstrong. It is 86-84 Sonics. Ridnour off the screen from Petro, and he threw it away.
You know, remember early in the game, Sonics were getting a lot of breakout opportunities. Now it's a lot more 5-on-5 stuff in a half court where they got to run their stuff against the Raptor half court defense, and they're doing a better job communication on screens and moving their feet and playing with energy. And you know what? The defense is playing in front of Sam Mitchell. He's really into them as well.
TJ Ford had that shot blocked, and then Petro threw it away. Gelabal had his back to the ball, and the Raps recover.
Fresh shot clock.
Calderon. Bargnani for 3. And Gelabal with a rebound. You get the opinion, Jack, I'm going to use a college term. You've been on this side before, that a team is playing not to lose instead of to win. And you get that feeling. Ridnour, no. Petro came down with the ball. And what do we have here? We're going to have a loose ball foul on Bargnani.
Yeah.
So do you sense that Seattle is just hanging on for dear life?
They are hanging on for dear life. And, you know, they have, you know, they got off to a good start, and the Raptors have fought through the fatigue and played well. And Anthony Parker coming out, Fred Jones going back in. So Sam Mitchell again, just mixing up the combinations, trying to find that right combo.
Sonics 2 for their last 11. Gelabal, he had it rejected by Bargnani. Mikel Gelabal just ate some Spalding. Bargnani's second block of the ball game.
He made the point. Raptors have been in these situations the last few games. That's got to help them.
Andrea from 20.
Getting some good looks. Got to stick them.
Andrea's 1 for 6 of the ball game. Petro.
Great rebound that time by Garbo. I mean, he just willed that into his hands. Good position.
Leon Wood has called an 8-second violation against TJ Ford. Ridnour made that play possible, Jack. He was pesky all over Ford deep in backcourt.
He sure did. And, you know, when you're Seattle and you're hanging on, you got to make the little plays. Look at it right here. He knocked it loose, and then look at him move his feet. TJ almost there, but didn't happen.
For the Raptors, their 10th turnover. It'll be Sonics ball when we return. Plenty of time remaining, 8:52 on Raptors NBA TV.
JVO and a little jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, yeah. Oh, what fun it is to ride on one horse open sleigh. Hey, yes, sir. Hannah Miller, genuine draft, smooth play of the game. Here we go, a little TJ Ford.
Jack, settle down, buddy.
He's bringing it. I'm getting thirsty here, Chuck. A little MGD
sure you
smooth
are.
play going up top. Yes, sir. Fred Jones, a little JVO.
The what?
JVO. That's Slovenian for hello. My man Rasha Nestarovic came to me before the game. My man Paul Graham forbid me from giving the old hola. So I'm going international this evening, Chuck. On our Miller genuine
Jack,
draft.
this road
smooth play
Jack,
of the game.
Jack, number one, Merry Christmas to you and Dina.
Feliz
and the children.
Navidad, you as well. you and your
This
family.
road trip, I want to make sure you're all right. You okay? I love you. Okay?
I'm having a great time. By the way, ciao.
Great job.
No, ciao.
Oh,
Ciao.
ciao. Oh, yes, yes.
You know,
Ciao.
I'm doing it in the whole international thing. I was talking to the players earlier. They were all giving me hello in different languages.
Luke Ridnour with a little floater on that baseline. Ridnour with 12. And it's an 88-84 ball game, Sonics. Ford at the point. Calderon still on the floor. Nestarovic, Jones, and Garbajosa. Garbajosa, the high-low feed. Nestarovic with the jump hook. Nestarovic is 6 of 10 now. Raptors shooting 48%. Seattle at 52. What a pick set by Wilcox on a screening roll, and he makes the Raps pay.
Oh boy, that was a thunderous pick setting on Calderon. That was a little bit of a moving screen, but they're letting them play out here tonight, Chuck.
Fred Jones dances off, shakes, bakes to the rim and foul. And this is the Fred Jones that excites Raptor fans when he is determined to get to the cup.
And we talked about that screen on the last play, Chuck. This is Major League. Watch it, I mean, I know now they do the little dribble handoff, and Calderon switches, and bang, Calderon got belted on that screen. Rasha Nestarovic trying to talk him through it, but Jose got hung up on it.
Meantime, Fred Jones and TJ Ford have been the catalysts for the Raptors. TJ talking with head coach Sam Mitchell. Fred Jones, Jack, we were a little concerned. We talked about this about Fred with his body language, feeling down, had lost some confidence. And they call a lane violation on the Raptors. They waved off the second free throw.
Boy.
But he's responded. He had 23 against the Clips, had a 12.5 rebound, 3 steal game.
What's he doing, though? He's being aggressive. He's
got 17 tonight.
He's only taking the threes when they're in the flow, in his rhythm. But he's being more aggressive with that dribble, Chuck, taking the basket. And things open up for him.
Lane violation. That was on Garbajosa, Jack, by the way.
A good take by Nick Collison that time. And Chuck, I'll say this. Give the Sonics credit. They were on the ropes, and the Raptors did make them pay for it. They had a ton of open jump shots. Remember Garbajosa, a few from Bargnani. They were all clean looks, and Raptors didn't make those. And now the Seattle Sonics have an opportunity to keep building on it. Up to 6 points now, and Ray Allen back in. Raptors have not led in this game.
Allen with 25. Bob Hill on one end, bittersweet. He's grateful to see Ray Allen back on the floor, but he lost his 1A punch and Rashard Lewis for 2 months, maybe longer.
And when people are questioning your coaching, it makes it that much harder when you don't have one of your major guns.
TJ Ford, counted, foul. Oh, baby, what a play by TJ Ford, who, with that burst of speed, he can beat anybody, and I mean anybody, off the bounce.
You're right about that. I mean, we've seen this on the West Coast trip. He has been unguardable on this trip, Chuck. His ability to break it down at the point of attack and get to the rim for himself or to draw the second, third defender in and hook up teammates. He's been fabulous.
TJ with 21. And Jack, a lot of times players use the crossover for just, to show people that they can.
It's a weapon for him.
But that's right. He makes it a positive instead of just a cosmetic display of ball handling skills.
Good point.
All right, this is Ray Allen bringing it out with 6 on the clock. He needs to get it off, and he does. And a banker, you gotta be kidding me. Did he call that, Jack? Did he call it?
I don't think so. And that was great defense by Jose Calderon, boy.
That's his 5th triple, Ray Allen.
That's what superstars do. They bail you out in clutch moments.
So now this crowd really into the ball game. TJ Ford, Rainbow, and Ray Allen with a rebound. And we're going to have a loose ball foul on Jose Calderon.
Third team foul on the Raptors. Calderon with 4 fouls. Well, that was just an incredible shot, Chuck. I mean, Calderon, you can't ask for much more defensively.
No.
He's moving his feet.
Yep.
Look at this.
He's staying
Lock it
low.
in. Shot contest. Oh boy.
Goodness.
Oh, my.
The bank is open in the Pacific
Jeez.
Northwest on a Saturday night. Many banks are open at this hour. And here's here at Key Arena, Key Bank. And a blocking foul against Calderon. That's his 5th.
Ooh. 14 foul on the Raptors there, so next one's a bonus.
Jack, what do you do if you're Sam Mitchell with your bench right now? Do you let him play through?
I think he's going to let him play through it. I think he's made the decision. Yep, he's going to leave him out there. He likes what he sees from Jose. He's going to roll the dice there.
95-88 Sonics, 6:20 remaining. And Allen tried to go high-low, and it was deflected, and Wilcox can't finish, but a fresh shot clock at 24 for Seattle.
And the Raptors getting beat to some loose balls here, and it's not for lack of effort.
Policy got away with a lot. And it's batted in the air, controlled by the Raps, TJ Ford. Line to the lane, Ford to the cup, and a foul, and he gets 2.
And Sam Mitchell trying to say that they took the ball off the backboard and goaltended it, but the referees, Jim Clark and company, waving it off. Here's TJ going to the basket in the open court. Whoop! Right through that little gap and draws the foul.
TJ Ford making its 2nd appearance at the line tonight, Jack. Not a lot of opportunities for the Raps at the stripe tonight.
No, they have not. And missed that one there. And Sam Mitchell's got to be looking at what he's got on the floor right now and saying, is this the group I'm going to make my major run with?
Because he stayed with this group for a long
Yes.
time.
And again, you play 4 games in 5 nights. Can guys make that final burst for you?
Well, who would you bring off the bench if you have to go to your
I
bench?
think you got Calderon with 5 fouls, and he likes what he sees. And it'd probably be Anthony Parker or Mo Pete on the perimeter, and then maybe a Bonyani, on the front court. If those are your options.
Watson on a pump, a step back, a 3-ball on its way. That's way off the mark. And another loose ball picked up by Seattle. It's Wilcox, Collison with a dunk. Do you call timeout here?
Well, big decision here for Sam Mitchell. He's going to play through it here. He's done that a lot on this trip, showing confidence in his players.
And there's TJ Ford. He carved up some paint, and now we're going to have a timeout. He'll get 2 when we return. It's 97-89 Seattle. 5:26 to Ray Allen with 28 in his first game back after missing 9 with that ankle injury. The Sonics mascot,
Chuck,
the
this guy-
Sasquatch.
This guy probably had a lot of dates for the prom. There probably chicks falling all over him,
This is the 2nd mascot in Sonics history. The original mascot was Weedle the Needle.
Well, they might need another one after watching this guy. And
See this useless information?
yes,
Okay.
there it is. We're back to the ball game here. And Ford Fusion create a reaction. Who said it, Chuck? And talking about the team finding a way to battle without Chris Bosh. Yes, sir, the head man of the Toronto Raptors, Sam Mitchell. And he's got to be proud of how his team has battled on this trip. Thinking about the Laker game, Portland, And tonight, they've found a way to hang in there. They just don't have, I don't know if they have
it's not past tense yet. You got 5.5 minutes to go.
They've found a way to hang in there. The question is now, do they have enough left in the tank? Can they push that pedal to the metal one more time and come up with another dramatic win? Last 2 games they won by a combined 3 points.
TJ Ford, 34 minutes already. Chuck, I'm going to take a look at the amount of minutes. Let's see. Phoenix, he played 34 minutes, 30 minutes against the Clips, 38 minutes last night. So,
well, it's necessity too. I mean, you don't have Chris Bosh right now. You've got to find other ways to score, and he not only scores for himself, he makes everyone around him better.
No, but he can, 38 minutes a night for your starting point guard. That's not unreasonable. Ray Allen, beautiful, high, low. To Collison. Collison has hurt the Raptors tonight, Jack.
He has, but you know what?
He's moved well without the ball.
That time it was Ray Allen. I mean, and just setting the table beautifully for him. Ray Allen, 5 assists tonight, along with over 20 points.
Garbo in the paint, giving it up to Parker, to Jones. 6 on the clock. Jones crossing over, takes Jelabov to the cup, and a charge. And who's on the floor for the Sonics? None other than Nick Collison.
Yes, and Jelabov did a good job bringing him to the help. And Jones has a tendency to put his head down when he drives. That's right here, not necessarily recognizing, not seeing the player right in front of him. Saw him at the last second, but too late.
That was a good call on your part with our Gatorade Game X Factor.
That's right, I picked Collison. That's for the respect, Chuck.
Absolutely, it's the holiday season. Jelabov. Rolling a rim.
He's a nice looking player.
He is. I like him a lot.
And here we go. The Raptors down 10 again, and Sam Mitchell calling a timeout. And this is it right here. The Raptors calling a full timeout.
So Sam Mitchell talking it over. 4:25 to go. Fourth quarter. Raptors down by 10.
Jose Calderon, a Sprite impact player tonight. Of course, you could have given it up to TJ Ford, but this guy was on a stretcher 6 days ago, and he has been impressive tonight. 10 of 6, 6 points. Just really doing a wonderful job tonight, getting guys involved, playing scrappy defense, really facilitating, Chuck, some positive opportunities for teammates. He is a smart young player, and that combination of Ford and Calderon, a combined 18 assists tonight. Sprite impact player, Jose Calderon, only 2 turnovers. You'll take a 5-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio. And I'll say it again, Chuck. Here's a guy, you combine him and TJ Ford together. This is the best point guard combination the Raptors have had in their 12-year history.
So, Jack, I'm going to take you to Gatorade. Our Gatorade Game X Factor again, Nick Collison, a tremendous ball game. Bargnani off his game, only 15 minutes, got in early foul trouble, picked up 3 fouls in a period of 5.5 minutes, and has been a non-factor tonight. So, the stage is set for the final 4:25 here in the fourth quarter on Raptors NBA TV. Anthony Parker on the floor along with Nesterovic, Jones, Ford, and Garbajosa. Peterson has not played in the second half. Garbajosa, left wing. That's a 2-point field goal. What a touch for Jorge Garbajosa with 18.
Shooting 60% from the field tonight, 9 of 15. He is skilled.
Talked to his scout prior to the ball game. He said, Chuck, the guy's a player. And I said, you're absolutely right.
Both sides of the ball, too. He plays defense.
Ray Allen on a misfire, and here come the Raptors again. Chip it away. TJ Ford. Garbajosa this time putting it on the floor with a little spin and a baby hook. Oh!
Yellowbell, though, beautiful play, knocking that ball loose.
Now Allen turns the corner on Garbo. And he threw it away. He was expecting Wilcox underneath. TJ Ford, line to the lane. He got stripped. And it's yellow ball. And Bob Hill saying, settle down. Eat some time with 15 on the shot clock, 3:12 to go. Sonics are up 101-93. They have not been able to close the deal, having lost 6 in a row, their last 5. nail biters. Allen off the bounce. And Collison not expecting the pass and almost grasping for the ball. Again, they haven't played together in about a 3-week span.
Yes, sir.
Sonics now with 14 turnovers, Jack. Here come the Raptors again. Barbosa for three. Around the yard and out. And just batted by Gelabal out of bounds. He's got some quick
feet. He's tremendous going east-west, and he's quick off his feet as well, you know, in terms of his jumping. And
Fred Jones. Raptors getting happy with that outside shot.
4 of 13 from behind the arc tonight.
And 3 of 11 in the quarter, Jack.
And they had a stretch there when it was a 2-point game. They just could not make those perimeter shots.
And Ridnour with a ball fake and then a field goal. Boy, he looked like maybe a little quarterback like David Allen. You know, with that little ball fake where he brought it back and then instead of a pass, he shot. And this is Ridnour. Ridnour to the rim. And Gelabal fouls Fred Jones. And that was a good foul because he had TJ Ford wide open on the left wing.
Make him earn it. Both teams in a bonus now. Raptors stuck 10 here. Andre Bagnani going to check back in. And foul trouble has been an issue tonight. And remember the point I made, though. They were down 2, the Raptors, and right in this game. And number of open shots that they were not able to make.
Andrea Bagnani has come back for Rasho Nesterovic. Our next Raptors NBA TV game coming up on Friday. The Bulls are in town. And we're going to see a lot of athletic players, including Luol Deng. And one of my favorite players on that Bulls team, Andres Nocioni.
Well, their best player right now is Deng, though. He has been just fabulous. Gave the Raptors fits a few weeks ago.
With under 2 minutes remaining, Sonics 103, Raptors 95. And another turnover for the Sonics. Here's TJ Ford. Line to the lane. Goes to the deck. Got tied up by Collison. And we have a jump.
Well, TJ Ford, give the Sonics credit. They have bottled him up.
Look at this. TJ is just exhausted. He's out of gas. And then Chris Wilcox said, hey, you need some help?
What do you call him? The little engine that
the
could,
little
right?
engine.
And he's
running on fumes right now.
Oh, boy. He is an inspiration. I mean, you think about, I mean, and obviously you might say to yourself, well, this guy's a little out of control here right now. But you know what? He's just trying to win this game. And the Sonics have done a nice job. In Ford, we trust. We got Raptor fans here.
We do. They watch Raptors TV. And
the little engine that could. Chuck, are people copywriting your material, by the way?
That's another story for another day.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to be your patent attorney then.
But we'll wait on that. Let's see what develops here. Wilcox, Ridnour, and Luke Ridnour shoot 2. He looked like Ridnour looked like a wide receiver where he kind of broke loose, got behind the defensive back.
Right
here it is. There you go.
That's bad. But you know what? Our producer, Paul Graham, he's such a great quarterback. He can hit those guys on the numbers in spite of the fact of the interference. He's that good, Chuck. You're not impressed, huh?
Well, no, I've been the recipient of a Paul Graham pass now and then. Football pass.
So you said now and then, so that means you're not happy with the number of touches you get.
No, I never am.
What are you, Terrell Owens?
Yeah, that's right. 105-95 Seattle, our IBM winning strategies.
Well, you know, I think the Raptors have battled here tonight, but you can tell they are not at the high end. Keep it going. I mean, they shot it well tonight, but on the flip side, defense was an issue. Perimeter defense, as you can see. Allen, Watson, Ridnour at the point of attack really hurt them. And the effort plays, not only second chance points, but just the taking the charges, loose ball scenarios. Give Seattle credit. They have been struggling. And Ray Allen back in the lineup without Rashard Lewis, they have really come out and gotten the win at home that they needed to get. And The Raptors not at the high level tonight, and this guy was, though.
Well, they needed Ray Allen to return, and Ray Allen has been working his tail off. Talk to the people at the Sonics. This guy was so diligent, and he is so focused and driven. And that's why I think one day you're going to see him in the Hall of Fame, Jack.
He's one of the great shooters of our era.
Yes.
I wish he could have waited a few more days to come back. Why couldn't he have waited until after Christmas?
Bargnani. That hit glass, and that was a brick.
Mama said there'd be days like this,
Yeah.
Chuck, and Andrea Bargnani having a rookie night. But there's always tomorrow. Well, thankfully, there's no practice tomorrow. The Raptors need a break. A few days off will help.
The tip, missed. Collison with the follow. Count it in the foul. And the Raptors have hit the wall, folks. They made a valiant effort, and they couldn't just get over the hump. They were knocking and knocking and knocking on that door. But overall, Jack, let me just tell you, you come away with this road trip with a couple of wins, you get 500 on the road. That's all you can ask.
And you're 4 games under 500 with 2 of the next 3 at home. And the Raptors clearing the bench now. Garbajosa played well, and Fred Jones coming out, P.J. Tucker, Derek Martin coming in, Chris Humphries as well.
Now, I don't know, Jack, about Mo Pete. I don't know if he's banged up, but he did not play, did he, in the second half?
I think Sam Mitchell made the decision to go with Calderon and Ford together. I think it was a matter of you can only play so many guys, Chuck, and Fred Jones gave him some good minutes tonight. It's a numbers game. There's a lot of internal competition on this team, and in spite of the fact that Mo Peterson, scored a lot of points, has been a very effective player the last few years. You're trying to push forward as well and develop other players, and Mo Peterson didn't have the competition around him the last few years at his position that he does now. So every minute you earn is precious, and you got to keep them.
Humphries. Nice job on the window for Chris. Humphries has played 7 minutes, has 5 points.
The Raptors have developed a personality on this trip, though, Chuck, as a team. And I like what I see. Even though they lost this game tonight, I still like a lot of the stuff I'm seeing.
Rittenauer with a runner.
Just a different vibe around
Yeah,
this
I love
club.
the heart. I love the spirit. And one thing I really like is the overall team chemistry. These players like one another. They get along well with one another. This ball game is over. Sonics score 110 points. They beat the Raptors 110-97. But again, the Raptors get a split on the road. The Raptors will...
And that man was great tonight,
Yes,
Ray
he
Allen.
was. Ray Allen was spectacular with 28 points. 5 assists, Jack.
And 6
Normally we don't
boards.
think of Ray Allen with the dimes, but he had 5.
He played big in every which way possible for the Sonics.
So the Raptors regroup and return to the Air Canada Center Wednesday against Kevin Garnett, Mike James, and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Raps go to 12-16 into the Christmas break.